Hello, I'm Petrelli. Welcome back to my channel of Bromptons. So a couple of days ago, this guy Gilbert, he actually sent in a comment asking which part of the Brompton that he should be protecting. And he named a few items that he didn't know which part of the bike it belongs to. The list of the stuff seems to be for the road bike or the mountain bike. It doesn't seem to be for the Brompton. On the topic of that, I can actually talk about which part of the Brompton that we needed a little bit more protections than usual. First, let me say there are two different types of Brompton riders. First, the one who just literally doesn't care at all. You say we're going for lunch? Second would be the perfectionist. Oh, Jesus Christ. Scratch, man, my ping work. Oh God, this is not gonna work. Oh, my tires are dirty now. My God, I can't park my bike here. God, gotta go. Oh well, there could be third types. The one who just sits around watching YouTubes all day long. So which one are you? If you're type 1, you must as well just skip the whole video right now. Just quit and go. Do something else. This is not for you. So before I get started, please consider pressing that little subscribe button down there. If you're new here, this channel provides a lot of Brompton tricks and tips and repair reviews. And we do a lot of gear recommendation as well. If this is something that you're into, you should consider subscribing. So there are a few areas that we would want to apply some protections to. Our Brompton frame actually comes with a very nice color. They do come in a very nice finishing as well, so we do want to protect it. The bike that I've got here is a custom paint job. Oh, excuse me about the plane. So this bike here is come with a custom paint job that I powder coated myself a couple of years ago. The first area that you would be looking at would have been the top tube here. The second part of the top tube where the cables goes to the rear brake and the rear D would have contact to your frame. So myself use a Velcro strap here. It's actually a frame strap. So when I turn my bike, my cable will actually rubbing onto the strap, the leather strap, rather than rubbing onto the frame. If you don't have the strap, you can actually apply some protection there to help you out. So the second area that you should be looking at should have been the front part of your top tube, where the front brake cable in contact with the frame. Here, when you steer your front wheel, the cable is getting moved around and the cable will genuinely be rubbing onto the frame there. So you'll be able to identify that by looking at your cable and the part that where it's in contact with the frame is actually a little bit rough on the surface. So some of the bikes that's been around for a long while, you actually have to replace the cable because the rubber on the brake cable actually got rubbed off. And the third area that we'll be looking at will be at the fork, the left-hand side of the fork, where the brake cables have in contact with the fork and reaches your front caliper. Same case as our second contact point. When you steer, your cable will be rubbing onto the fork as well. So that area, you might want to apply a little bit of protection there. And the fourth area, which is quite obvious because you get to see that part all the time, which is right on your stem. You see here where your brake cables and shifter cables are directly in contact with your stem. When you ride, the rubs are generally created between the cables and the stem. Hence, that area would have been a lot of frictions as well. And I do believe when you ride the bike, there are a lot of vibrations. Some of those vibrations would actually cause the cable to rub onto your frame as well. So a touch of protection there would be nice also. Okay, let's have a quick recap on the first half. Area number 1, at the top tube right behind the hinge clamp area. Number 2, at the top tube right in front of the hinge clamp area. Number 3, right at the fork. Number 4, right at the stem. So the second part of the video, we're going to cover the rear end of the bike. At the point number 5, it will be down just right below the seat tube, the area here. Right, so generally on a 6-speed bike, you will have 3 cables, 2 shifting cables and 1 braking cables going through that area. When you fold the bike, the cable actually tension up, so it moves a little bit. So that area will be always under constraint. The cables will be keep on moving in and out a little bit, shifting forward and backward a little bit. It will cause a huge amount of rub there. If you have seen some Brompton that's been around for a few years, you see that area, the paint job could literally just get rubbed off. And the 6th area, which I think would be the most important one, which is the rear chainstay. Hold on. If you care about your Brompton, you should know it, right? You should know how it sounds, right? I made a video with all the sound on the Brompton. You can actually watch it. Click on the link there. There. Anyway, let's resume. Okay, when you ride over some rough terrain, your chain will actually bob up and down like that. Hence, it would actually hit onto the top of your chainstay. You would want to apply some protections to stop the chain from smacking onto your rear triangle. And at the same area, the other side of it, when you fold the bike, and you have the front fork and the hook sliding into the rear triangle to complete the fold. That hook would actually be rubbing onto the bottom part of the chainstay as well. Generally, you would want to apply some protections there. There are heaps of aftermarket protections for such area as well. So they are generally made out of metals and carbons, and they are like generally stick-on. Myself is not a big fan of those stick-on metal and carbon protectors. They just don't last for very long. I would prefer a much softer protective gear for that part there. So I generally go to a normal bike shop, especially the ones that sells the mountain bike. They will have a chainstay protector to sell, which is about that long, 20 centimeter. You can generally cut them off to 4 or 5 pieces, and those ones you can actually Velcro onto the area. When they get dirty, you can wash them. If you don't want to wash them, you just throw them away. But that piece you chop into 4 or 5 pieces will last you a very, very long time. And that wraparound Velcro straps will provide you protections on the top to stop the chain from snapping onto it, and the bottom to stop the hook from scratching onto your rear triangle. Okay, and then the final area that you might consider protecting, which is right at the bottom of the bike, here. So when you fold the bike, sometimes the wheel would actually run into the shell of the bottom bracket. Some people didn't like to have such contact, so they would put in some protective measurements there as well. So the choice are yours. So in the market, there are plenty of protective measurements gear that you can actually buy to protect your frame and things. There are some wrappings that you can actually wrap the whole bike up, and there are some smaller patches sticker that you can actually buy to have your frame protected, and those are quite easy accessible. All right, so thank you for watching until now. Wait, we're not stopping just yet. I actually got something for you. Wait, oops. I got this. This is like a protection sticker, like a carbon finishing at the top. I actually got this from the supplier. I got 5 of these to spare, so I can actually give this to you. How about this? You type in the comment, say I want protection within 48 hours after this video has been published, and you stand a chance to get one of these. I got 5 of these, so I will post it to you anywhere around the world. I will just send it to you. Okay. Oh, send us a like as well. All right. So thank you for watching until now, and for Gilbert, I hope I had answered your concern indirectly, I guess. If you have been sticking around, watching until now, seeking for the protections on your Brompton, I appreciate it. You're still here. And please smash that like button if you do enjoy the video, because it will really help the video to spread to other Brompton riders as well. So for now, I shall say goodbye to you, and I shall see you in the next video. So it's like one bird killing 2 stones. Click on the link there. There, yeah. First, let me say there are 2 different types of Brompton riders. First, the one who doesn't give a f***. So you better click the subscribe. So you better click the subscribe button. Excuse me, why are you having a helmet on when you're talking to the camera? I'm sorry, what did you say? Oh, no, I have to keep my helmet on because my mates there, they may not recognize me without the helmet on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They are like that sometimes. So
are they that stupid?
It's better to keep it on. Yeah, no worries, mate. Cheers. See you around. Okay, bye.
All right then. Enjoy your day. I'll see you later on.
So if you're still here watching and wondering what do I use on my Brompton as the protection, other than that frame Velcro strap and the rear chainstay little Velcro protection, I use nothing. It's a bike. So when it get messy, I washed it up. When it get even worse, messier, I will just reapply the paint job. That's what I would do. So goodbye again.